But I say to you, do not resist the one who is evil, but if anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to him the other also. What does this mean? Well, Jesus says this during his Sermon on the Mount. He's already introduced the Beatitudes, and he was warning the people of human emotions that push them away from God. He warns against anger, lust, divorce, oaths, retaliation, and loving yourself and friends more than enemies. So these are Jesus' instructions for us. But let's dive into retaliation a bit more. Jesus starts out saying in Matthew 5:38, "You have heard what it is said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth." This was, and still is, a practice that humanity carried out throughout history. A punch for a punch, a wound for a wound, a life for a life. It was a 1-for-1, 2-for-2 deal that reigned supreme for a long time. Then this guy Jesus comes in and says, "No, stop." People on the Mount were like, what? But that's what we've always done. But he counters and says, if anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to him the other also. Jesus follows that up with, and if anyone sues you and takes your tunic, let him have your cloak as well. This blew people's minds. They probably thought he was crazy, but Jesus had more to say. And if anyone forces you to go 1 mile, go with him 2 miles. Some folks probably just fainted at the thought of that. But still, Jesus persisted. He said, give to the one who begs from you, and do not refuse the one who would borrow from you. This is important because Jesus calls us to give to the beggar. He calls us to give the borrower money and not walk away. I think, and I know it doesn't matter what I think, but I guess I believe this is why some, and maybe most people, don't want to be Christians. It's simply put too much to ask. I, of all people, shouldn't be called to do that, but we are. So what should we do? Don't ask me. I can't give you the answer, but the Bible can. Jesus calls us to do this. He tells us, don't fight back. Give up your clothes. Run the extra mile. Give to the beggar. Lend money to the borrower. Be a Christian. Be like me. Be my child. And that is what he calls us to do.